Hi friends, happy Thursday. Welcome back to Math Today. Today for math, you will need your Envisions Math Workbook, and you'll need page 175 and 176, and then 177 and 178. You will also need a pencil and a red crayon and a yellow crayon. So go ahead and pause the video and grab the materials that you need. All right, friends, welcome back. Today for math, we're going to work on our learning target that says, I can show how to make a group of 10. So right here we have our math resource that we've been practicing using. Do you guys remember what this is called? A 10 frame. We know it's a 10 frame because it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 boxes inside of it. And we use it to help us with our eyes to visually see how many we have of something. So if there's one object or one picture in each box, we can sympathize it easily with our eyeballs and know, oh, there are 5, there are 10, there are 7, because of how many boxes we know are inside of it. When we use our 10 frame, we go from left to right and top to bottom, just like when we read, write, and count. So today we're going to practice different ways to make our number 10. So I also have some Unifix cubes here with me to help us see how to do that. So we're going to start by looking at the 10 frame I have on the board. So let's pretend that we're just going to make up a little story here. So let's pretend that you have a brother. You may or you may not. And let's say that you went to your grandma's house and your grandma said that you can have 1, 2, 3 cookies, and your brother can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, your brother must have been really making good choices, huh? So if you have 3 and your brother has 7, all together, how many cookies do you guys have? 10, right? Because there is a 1 circle in each box in our 10 frame. You can see the different colors. I use red for your cookies and then green for your brother's. So you can see one way to make 10 is with our number 3 and 7. Okay, so when we have a group of 3 and a group of 7, put those together and we make 10. Let's do one more example on the board, and then we will do an example on our math activity sheet with our friend Jackson on our solve and share. So let's say that you went to your grandma's house again, and this time your grandma says, oh, you've been making such good choices, but so has your brother. So I'm going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cookies. And I'm also going to give your brother 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cookies. So all together, you and your brother have 10 cookies, but you have 5 and your brother has 5. You each get a group of 5. All together, that still makes 10. So another way to make 10 is with a group of 5 and a group of 5. Another way to think about that is if grandma says, ooh, I only have 10 cookies, but we can divide it between you and your brother. So you get 5 and your brother gets 5. Okay? But all together there are 10. All right, so let's take a look at our solve and share with our friend Jackson here. On our solve and share, I'm going to grab a marker because I forgot. On our solve and share, our directions say, Jackson puts 10 watering cans on a shelf in the garden store. How can you use the counters to show 10 watering cans in a different way? So just like I showed you on the board, we're going to find a way that Jackson can put the watering cans onto the shelf. So let's start down here with our 10 frame. I want you to grab your red crayon, and remember we're going to start from left to right and top to bottom. So we're going to color 4 red. So I want you to color nice and neatly just the circle. We're not coloring the whole square. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to take our yellow and let's see how many are left white, how many that we're going to color yellow in our other group. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if Jackson has 2 different colored watering cans, red and yellow, he can put 4 of the red ones together across the top and 6 of the yellow ones together. So now let's show what we just did in our shelf. We're going to draw little squares for our pretend watering cans. So we're going to draw 4 red ones, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to draw how many yellow? 6. Good. We have 1. It's hard to see it, but you can do it with your yellow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So one way that Jackson can arrange the watering cans is by putting a group of 4 red ones and a group of 6 ones on the shelf. Okay? If you need to pause the video to give yourself more time to do that, go ahead and do that. If not, go ahead and flip to our guided practice. So our guided practice is showing us different ways that we can make 10. This is what we're going to be practicing throughout this lesson, using 2 groups to put together to make number 10. So down at the bottom, it says that we're going to count the lightning bugs, and then we are going to use our 10 frame to help us sort the 2 groups to make 10. So first, let's take our pencil and count and mark out how many there are all together. Actually, I'm sorry. Let's start with just the yellow. Let's just mark out the yellow. So there's 1 yellow, and we're going to write our number 1 to show in our yellow group there's just 1. Okay. Then I want you to take your yellow crayon, and you're going to color the first circle yellow. So now we just showed in 3 different ways counting the yellow bug. 1, then we wrote it, then we colored it. Now, let's switch back to our pencil and count and mark out how many red there are. If there's a 1 yellow, let's see how many red there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 red. So we're going to write a 9 on our other line. And then we're going to show that another way to make 10 is with 1 group of 1 and 9 extras. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, if you have anything at home, you could even do this with Fruit Loops as cereal. You could do this with any toys or objects at home to help you practice making 10 with me. So I have Unifix cubes, but like I said, you can use any objects that you have or different color groups to help you practice doing this. So I'm going to show 1 and 9 making 10 with my Unifix cubes. So I'm going to show 1 red, and then I'm going to count out 9 of my green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't need this extra one because from my red group, I put it together with my green, and now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 all together. So I have a group of 1 and 9 in another group. Put together makes 10 all together. Okay? So we're going to keep practicing that on our next page. Let's turn to page 177. As I'm talking you through this right now and teaching this part, I realized in tomorrow's math lesson, you do not have an activity sheet attached to your packet. So what we're going to do is today, we're going to do the front part of page 177. Tomorrow for math, we'll do the back part because we are going to do each problem together step by step so that I can tell you how many for each group, okay? So we're going to do 177 today. This is what you will post to your teacher's Google Classroom today, Thursday. Friday, tomorrow, we will do page 178, and then we'll post 178 to your teacher's classroom on Friday, tomorrow, okay? So let's take a look. We're now on page 177. So what we were asked to do is to color some of the bugs red and some yellow to show we are two groups that we can put together to make 10. So let's take our pencil to double check to make sure there are 10. Let's count and mark out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now I want you to take your yellow crayon and I want you to color 2 yellow bugs. 1, 2. And it doesn't have to be exactly perfect for this for math, just so that we can get the idea that 2 bugs are yellow. Okay, now we're going to do a lot of switching between our pencil and our crayon. I want you to write your numbers on pencil in case you need to erase. Okay, so now we're going to switch to our pencil, and on the first line we're going to write a 2 to show that there are 2 yellow bugs. Then we're going to switch back to our yellow crayon, and we're going to fill in 1, 2 of our first 2 boxes in our 10 frame. Now, if we see 2 yellow bugs, and we know there's 10 altogether, let's see how many are red. So now we're going to color the rest red. And like I said, this one, when you're coloring, doesn't have to be all the way colored within the lines. We just want to see that you have colored your bugs red one at a time. Okay. And now that we've colored the red, let's count how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So how many red did we count? 8. Let's write 8 on our next line to show that. So if I have a group of 2 and a group of 8, I still have 10 altogether. Let's fill in our 10 frame to match. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So another way to make 10 is by having a group of 2 and a group of 8. If I have 2 boys in my class and 8 girls, I still have 10 kids in my class all together. Okay, let's make it 2 with the objects that we have, if you have anything close by. If not, just watch my Unifix cubes, okay? So I have my 2 different colors. I'm going to count out 2 red. 1, 2. Okay, how many of the green do I need to count out to make 10 with red? 8. Help me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now I have 8 green and 2 red. And all together, how many do I have? 10. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so another way to make 10 is by having a group of 2 and a group of 8. All right, let's go down to the next one. We're going to color our bugs, starting with our yellow. We're going to color 6 of them. Ready? Go ahead and color and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I already see something we forgot to do. Count and mark out how many there are all together, but we just did our 6 yellow. So I'm going to write a 6 over here. Down to a loop. A 6 makes a hoop. And then I'm going to switch back to my yellow. And how many am I going to color in the 10 frame? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now I need to color the rest in my other group. What color? Red. My red. Oh, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now I have 4 red. And then I'm going to color the 4 left in my 10 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4. So another way to make 10 is with a group of 6 and a group of 4. Okay, so I'm going to use my objects to show that. I'm going to count out 6 red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a group of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put those together. And now I'm going to see how many I have all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another way to make 10. The last time was 2 and 8. This time it's 6 and 4. All right, let's do one more for our lesson for today. So let's grab our yellow crayons again. Oh, oh, oh. We're going to start with our pencil because last time I forgot this step. So let's double check. We can never be too sure. Let's count and mark out how many butterflies there are. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10. Now we're going to see how we can split it into 2 groups. So let's see. Let's color 4. Nope, I'm sorry. 3 yellow. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then I'm going to write a 3 on the line. All right, not exactly sure where we were, but I had to pause the video for a second. So I do know that the next step is filling in our yellow circles into our 10 frame. So we have 1, 2, 3 yellow circles. Now let's see how many are in our next group, our red group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I'm going to fill in, or now I'm going to write my 7 to show that we just counted 7. And then I'm going to fill in my 10 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so now I see another way to make 10 is by having a group of 3 and a group of 7. Or I can break 10 into 2 groups and have a group of 3 and a group of 7. So let's count 3 red, 1, 2, 3, and 7 green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now let's put them together and see how many we have all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have my 3 and 7 also makes 10. Good job. So I want you to repeat your learning target after me. I can find ways to make 10. And there's lots of different ways. And we'll keep working on this again tomorrow. So, like I said, Friday does not have a math activity sheet attached to the packet. So we will do page 178 tomorrow. So hang on to this after you post page 177. After you post 177 to your teacher's Google Classroom today, Thursday, hang on to this sheet of paper, and tomorrow we will do 178 together. Okay? Thanks for bearing with us. I know our brains are thinking more for math, and you're doing a great job. Keep it up. I'll see you tomorrow for some more making 10.